Hey there, everyone. It is time to be out with the old, in with the new. So let's go set up a Wavelength 3.0. Haven't set up mine yet, so I'm going to do a little bit of a walkthrough. You can follow along, or if you have any questions, comment down below and I'll answer them as best as I can. So before we get started, I'm going to get into some of the key features. So you can put up to 5 mixes, and I'm going to explain what those are. You can stack multiple apps and programs to different channels. You can add your voice effects to pretty much almost anything, and it works with any mic, not just an Elgato mic. Um, Of course of course, you can control it with your Stream Deck, and it's free, free forever, free for everyone. So now let's go ahead and dive in. So first, when you plug in a Wave mic for the first time, it's gonna give you this neat little tutorial that will walk you through the steps on how to get your microphone set up. But don't worry, we're gonna show you how to do it even if you don't have an Elgato mic. Okay, so first thing you're gonna see is I already have my microphone or which is plugged into my Elgato XLR dock. It's already set up. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to talk to you. So, one thing you're gonna want to change if you can't hear any audio, which you probably won't at first, is up here on the top right. We're gonna change this to our main output, which is how you want to hear all of your sound. And for me, that is my Elgato XLR dock headphones. You might have Bluetooth headphones, basically anything. You want to set this to what your computer has the output set as your main output device. So it could be speakers, it could be headphones, it could be Bluetooth earbuds. That's what you want to set right there. Okay, so where to begin? We're on we're on the mixes page right now, obviously. And so basically on your left here are going to be all of your inputs, and up top across are going to be your outputs. So you can see it starts me off with personal mix, stream mix, which is what we're going to be putting in OBS or our streaming software. And then you can add up to 5 different mixes. So we already have our mic going here, and we're going to create another channel. Now this can be apps, games, other input devices, or you can go to add an empty channel, which is also known as a virtual channel. And you'll probably remember this from the previous version of Wavelink, where you would have all up top, you would have game, music, whatever you had. So we'll start by, let's say, adding music. I don't know why it's called browser. That's interesting. Um, We will add so you could do game and add your different games. And don't worry, we'll set a bunch of this stuff up. I just want to get some of these in here. Sound effects and voice chat. So a lot of times I like to play music on stream, whether it's just for me or the stream. So now we're going to add some apps or programs to that channel. So we're going to click the edit button here, and you can easily remove it if you made a mistake. And it's as simple as just selecting the apps you want. So sometimes I want my music coming from Chrome. Sometimes we do Spotify. You could do YouTube Music, VLC Media, whatever. So we got all of our apps here. And important to note, you can add digital audio effects to each of these virtual channels as well. So let's go ahead and fill these out. So game, I don't know if I have any games on here. Let's see. There we go. Golf with friends. Got one. And you can add as many as you need in there. Sound effects. I think most of mine usually play through OBS. So we'll go through that. Voice chat. We'll go with Discord. Obviously, if you have multiple. One more thing I'm going to add is my Elgato capture device here, which is going to be I think I alternate. Sometimes my Xbox is plugged into the capture card. Sometimes it's actually my second gaming PC. Okay, so we got that all set up. Now, personal mix is gonna be what I want to hear, right? I don't necessarily want to hear my mic, but you could always add it and mute it. I do want to hear my music. I want to hear my game. I want to hear the stream sound effects. I want to hear Discord and I want to hear my PC. And let's go ahead and fill the rest of this out. Let's say I don't want my music on my stream, so I'm not going to add that. Or again, you could still add it, but have it muted in the stream mix and not for your personal mix. But I'm just not going to add that. We obviously want to hear the game, sound effects, Discord, and what have you. Now, the cool thing about this is we can change the volume individually for each one, and this is something really handy to set up on your Stream Deck. So you can just turn a knob, press a button, and adjust it like that instead of having to go into the Wavelink software. Um, so this is pretty much the basics. Okay, so let's try out the music. So right now you can see it's moving in my personal mix, but you won't be able to hear this because it's not in my stream mix. Duh. So you just hit plus, add it, and now you should be able to hear this copyright-free music I'm playing in my browser. So hopefully that explains mixes, at least the basics. Really quick, I'm going to backtrack to our input device here and just point out, oops, I'm covering it again, but you can do a little sound check and record yourself. I won't do it right now and play it back so that after you adjust your gain and your clip guard and whatever effects you might want to add, you can do a little sound check and see what you'll sound like on stream to your viewers. You can also click this marketplace button and it will take you inside Elgato Marketplace, right inside Wavelink, and you can get started using some cool voice effects and filters. Now, to get this into OBS, all we have to do is go into OBS, which, oh, I can show you, but it's a little crazy. You want to go up to File Settings, Audio, and you're going to change mic auxiliary audio to Elgato Stream Mix. Hit OK. Ignore this VOD mix thing. I was just testing something, and I have it named Wave XLR, but this is the stream mix right here. So not my personal mix. Um, you can technically add all of your mixes in here the same way, but the stream mix is really the only one we're going to need. So it'll all be in OBS as one audio mixer, all controlled through your Wavelink software or on your Stream Deck. So there you have it. The setup was pretty simple, I think. Hopefully, I didn't complicate it too much. Like I said, I was setting it up for the first time myself. I really like this layout compared to 2.0. I think there's a lot of organization. It's a cleaner layout. You can rename everything. Adding apps is as simple as, clicking the plus and selecting it from a list. Just to recap, the important things are on the left side are your input devices, your virtual channels, which you can add multiple inputs, whether it's an app or a game or whatever. And then across the top, you're going to have your mixes. You can have up to 5. Personal is going to be for you, and stream mix is going to be what you're putting into OBS. So anything you want your stream to hear, you just click that plus sign all the way down, control the volumes individually, and you're good to go. If you have any questions, I would be so happy to answer them, or even make a short video or TikTok showing you, trying to answer your question and showing you how to do a specific thing. I am going to make another video talking about VST and voice effects. And I think Voice Mod came out with some cool stuff. They're collabing with Elgato, and we're definitely going to look into that and play around with that. So I hope this was helpful. And let me know how you guys like the new Wavelink update. It was great to see you. Bye.